Everything I'm about to say, you already know it to be true. You are a slave. You are a slave to money, to social economics, to status, to politics, to ideology. You have sold your soul to have a place in a world order that you should naturally oppose. Whoa now, welcome to the Black Alpha and your boy, Brother Kush. You know, I mentioned I wanted to go in a different direction on this channel. I want to start doing more rebuttal videos to other content. And what I mean by rebuttal video, in a legal setting, right? Say you have an appeals going on or something like that, right? A claim is made. And then the other party makes an argument trying to tear down that claim. And then you get to come behind that and make a final argument to tear down their counter argument. And that's what a rebuttal is. And basically, the reason why my videos are going to be considered rebuttal videos is because the original claim is nature. The original claim is reality. What you have in a lot of content creators is that they are trying to make counter claims against reality. They are trying to make an argument that sounds good. They're trying to sell you on an argument against reality. And my job is to come behind them and tear down their counter argument. And I'm going to start with this girl named, well, this young lady or whatever named PRINCELLA, aka the Queen Maker, aka the female Kevin Samuels. I'm going to start with her. And the reason why I picked PRINCELLA is because I haven't heard anybody really deal with this chick correctly. You see, part of the problem is both on the men's side and the women's side, y'all are both arguing from an idealistic point of view rather than a realistic point of view. Let me say that again clearly. Y'all are arguing from an idealistic point of view rather than a realistic point of view. What I mean by that is that you have too many straw man arguments on both sides. And you know, to a degree, straw man arguments sound good. They sound compelling. I damn sure can't out-talk nobody online. I can't out-talk them. I can't sit down in a room with these crazy people and actually out-talk them. Not in front of an audience that's on their wavelength. An audience that are easily swayed and moved by who sound the best. And that's the first problem, is that when dealing with these people, a lot of y'all are moved by the way they talk. But I only move by the way I walk. Again, I said this in the previous video. A real man is judged by how he walk, how he actually move through life. That is the measuring stick. That is the tape. That's how you judge. So anyway, let's get into it. So like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. If you haven't hit the bell icon yet and you've been here several times, or haven't subscribed yet and you've been here several times, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Because right now the channel is about to get interesting, because I'm about to actually do the clean glass, dirty glass thing. I didn't want to do this because I don't want to come across like I'm hating on people, but I gotta learn to really keep my passion out of it and just talk to you. And I'm gonna do my best to do that. I know I fail at it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, stupidity gets up under my skin. Silliness, I'm not a silly dude. And I'm not a talker. So I can't out-talk these people and I can't outperform these people because I'm not a performer. I'm just too real, man. I'm a straight shooter. I am what I am. I do what I do, and I bees as I be. I mean, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I can't put on an act like they can do. I can't put on a better performance than they can put on. I can't beat them in that area. So I'm never going to sound better than they do. But I will tell you the truth. And that's why you need to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to tell you the truth. So let's get right at it. Let me put a frame up here. Let's jump right at it. You're going to hear this lady's voice. This is PRINCELLA, aka the Queen Maker. This is the teaser video from a channel called Real Life Productions. The first thing you do, let me put a picture up here. The first problem you have is that look how this young lady is dressed. Look at her. I mean, a girl more thuggish than me, bro. And I've done things that I can't repeat on YouTube. Damn, people come kick my door and they lock me up right now if I talk about my actual life. And she looks harder than me. So right there, you have a problem. You have a chick that is obviously a butch. And if she ain't, she just ain't came out the closet yet. If she hasn't admitted to being a butch, she just hasn't come out the closet yet. You have a lesbian right here that's talking against men. Of course she's gonna be antagonistic towards men. I don't care what she said. And any dude dealing with her, if there's a dude that's laying down with her, he is gay. He gay. She's too masculine for any straight man to deal with. So when you look at her, what kind of position do you expect her to take in regards to men? She is saying exactly what I would believe that she would say. And listen, don't be mad at all the women that flock to her channel. Let them women go. Any woman that supports this kind of madness, she is doing you a favor. What you need to do is recognize her. You meet a chick and she say, yeah, you know, I'm subscribed to Priscilla the Queen Maker. You know what I'm saying? I like her stuff. She be telling the truth sometimes. You cut it short right there. Say, oh, she do? Okay. Don't argue. Don't debate. Now you know. The same way some sister, she hear one of you dudes talking about, y'all listen to the red pill, you know, I'm into red pill. See, she's gone. And she should be. That's the cue to pack your bags and get out of that relationship before it even gets started. And if a chick is listening to somebody like this young lady or for Harriet, you know what I'm saying? Leave her alone. She said, I like for Harriet. For Harriet, just talk about women. Leave her alone. If the chick tell you, oh man, I think Cynthia G just really, you know, just speak on behalf of women, leave her alone. Leave her alone. That's like back in my day, bro. If I walked in a chick house and I seen Ayana Von Zandt book in her house, I knew it was over. If I walked in that room and seen In the Meantime or something like that, I knew it was over. There's no need for me to even talk to this woman seriously because I already see what's going on in her head. You know what I'm saying? Now you can say, well, maybe she read the book and didn't like it. Maybe she did. But now I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna still deal with her, but I'm gonna deal with her at a different distance now. I'm gonna deal with her with a different energy now, because I now see that there's a possibility or a very high probability that she is off somewhere because of the kind of content that she's consuming. The content you consume says a lot about you. That's the point I'm trying to make. I know I talk all around sometimes, bro, but that's the point I'm trying to make. So the first thing you got to understand, if you look at this chick, any straight woman listening to an obvious butch tell her about how she needs to deal with men, it's messed up in the head. That's the problem. Too many lesbians control the dialogue between men and women, and we shouldn't be talking to lesbians. That chick would never be on a channel that I would host. I don't want to hear what she got to say. I don't care how good it might be for ratings and for views. I ain't trying to hear this madness out no butch mouth. Don't tell me about how men and women should get along. You dressed like a man. You looking like a boy up here.
The solution is to change women's mind and stop looking at men as leaders and take her natural position as leader and govern male's behavior, since he ain't gonna govern it himself.
When you understand biology, you understand that every one of us, male and female, that are alive today, we start off first as female. It takes an extra step in a developmental stage inside the womb for a fetus to turn from female to male. The default is female. The extra is male. Therefore, by the design of Allah, if the extra is male, then there's no way a woman can sit here and tell you that her natural place is to be the leader of men. You can't be. You see, when women say stuff like, well, men don't understand us, yes, we do. The men that don't understand y'all don't understand themselves. That's the problem. See, when you're dealing with men that don't understand women, you are dealing with men that have a fundamental lack of understanding of human beings in general, male and female. Because the men that understand themselves understand women. We have two separate chromosomes. Not one. The women have one chromosome twice. We have two separate chromosomes, meaning we have in us that which the female have in her. And we also have in us something that the female don't have in her. Babies actually come from men. We are the producers of life. The women bring it forth by serving as a sort of helper to the process, an incubator, if you will. I don't want to reduce the role of birth giving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that, because we both need each other, right? But the point is, look at it like we trying to make something, right? I'm a baker. The baker puts everything together, all the ingredients, mix it up, blend it up, make sure everything is right. And then he inserts it into an oven, and the oven cooks it. The oven is the woman. So when a man really understands who and what he is, can't no woman sit there in his presence and talk like women are supposed to be the natural leaders of men, because it's not that way. That is just simply not true. And she goes on to say that they got to regulate us because we're not going to regulate ourselves. We are the most self-regulating on the planet. The problem with men is that too many men act like women. And see, this YouTube space, this online world, it has given men that act like women a safe place where they can be assholes, where they can curse out strange men, talk jazzy to people, talk sport to the people. The kind of things that they know they would not do in the presence of another man. Same thing women do when they are in an advantageous situation. They take full advantage of it. If they are in a situation where they know they have no consequences, no comeback, they take full advantage of it. Men typically, real men don't act like that. A real man have no need to be that way. So no, real men are self-regulating. And our job is to regulate and maintain the women and the family structure. That's our job. And we do understand women because everything that's in her is in us. But there's something extra in us that she don't have. And that is by the design of our Creator. So we are the natural leaders. It's not just that we are stronger physically. It's not just that. Look at how the difference between the thinking of a real man and a woman. The thinking is nowhere near the same. The way we process things is nowhere near the same. The way we calculate things is nowhere near the same. That doesn't mean women are slow. It doesn't mean they're stupid. It doesn't mean they're inferior in any kind of realistic way, because they're not our inferiors. They're just not our equals. In fact, I'm going to say it like the Holy Quran said. The Holy Quran said that man was made a degree higher than woman. 1 degree higher doesn't necessarily make you a superior, but it is just enough to denote position, to denote role, to denote leadership. It's just enough. And I think that's what we need to understand about this. Let me continue.
You're going to hear some Kevin Samuels in me. You're going to hear some Charleston White in me. You're going to hear a bunch of males in me because I'm actually out here telling the truth.
No, you hear a bunch of males in her because she is a boy underneath all that. You hear males because she is masculine. You hear males because she strives to be more like a man. You hear male because that's really who her role models are. Men are really what she look up to. You got to understand, what you are getting in this woman is a woman that's mad that she can't outman a man. That's what it is. This is a woman that wants to outman a man, and she can't outman a man. So she's turned inward, and now she expresses all of her displeasure towards men because men are really her competition for the women that she wants. I bet you in some years it's going to come out that she's gay. Men are her direct threats because she wants to be a man. And she can't be a man, not more man than a man. So she's trying to tear down men in the eyes of women. That's all she's doing. That's all she's doing. I mean, and let me be fair. This is the same tactic that the red pill men use. They try to tear down alpha males in the eyes of women because they see the alpha males as their competition. They feel that they can't out-alpha the alpha male. They can't outman the alpha man. So they try to tear him down by rhetoric, by belief systems, by statistics and all these talking points and all these straw man arguments. They try to tear him down so that they can look like the better man in the eyes of women. She is doing the same thing that these men in the red pill do. That's why she's trying to compare herself to them. Because she's competing with the same types of men. She ain't worried about soft type dudes. She ain't worrying about dudes that don't get women already. She's competing with men that get women. She's competing with men that got more of a pimp type vibe about themselves. These are the men she's competing with. So she's trying to tear them down. So understand what she's doing. It's the same tactic, my brothers. You want to rise above those dudes that's complaining. And you want to become a man like me that's not complaining. I'm just telling you what it is. Let's continue.
The Adam and Eve story is put out from the male point of view. What people forget is that Eve was cursed to be under a man.
Really and truly, that story comes from a woman's point of view. To be honest, it comes from a red pill man points of view. It comes from a Charlie male point of view. Because you don't have to convince women that they are cursed to play their role. You just got to be a man and she's going to fall into her role. That's it. See, these stories are intended to create an environment of control. But what kind of man would use a story like that to tell a woman that, hey, this is just the way God intended for you to be up under me? Who needs that? No real pimp type player needs nothing like that. All we gonna do is walk our walk, and women are gonna fall in line automatically because it's their nature to do so. The more you are in your nature as a man, the more you force women into their natures around you. That's just what it is. So you don't need biblical stories and all this stuff to get a woman to do anything. You don't need that. It's a myth. It's a myth. So let's continue.
If you put males all in one environment without women, what you're gonna find out is what happens in jail. They're gonna be raw dogging each other. They're gonna be fighting each other, breaking off into gangs. That's how males operate.
Now I'm gonna have to hear that in context so I can understand what she's trying to say. But the truth of the matter is women do the same thing when you put them in jail. You know what I'm saying? They licking on each other, you know what I'm saying? They breaking off into gangs and they fighting each other. I mean, I have no idea what point she was trying to make. You know, it's the same thing. And first of all, you know, not every man in jail is a gang member. It's not true. How many of y'all ever been in prison? Because I have. See? And I come from a state where we don't have gangs. Well, rather a city, because they do have gangs in northern Louisiana. I come from a city, rather, where we have no gangs. So my rounds, you know, the people I run with, you know, we don't break off into gang type cliques. You got people you rock with, and you got people you don't. That's just what it is. And that is how everything breaks down. Whether you putting all men in an environment, or you putting men and women in an environment, or all women in an environment, people gonna break down into groupings of people they rock with and people they don't. It just is what it is. So I have no idea what point she was trying to make there, you know, there right now, because it's a silly point. But I have to hear that in context. So let's continue.
The male has no value outside of his physical strength.
See, that sounds good, but what is the value of women? They have no physical strength. So where their value lie? In the womb. Every one of us starts off as female. It takes an extra step in a developmental stage to become a male, which means that every male has something extra in them that women don't have, and it shows up in our chromosomes. So if the thing that you can physically acknowledge that's a difference between men and women is our physical size and strength over women, and you say that that is our only value and everything else we have to women is equal, then what is the value of a woman? This is why y'all need real men talking about this stuff. This is why y'all need real men talking about this stuff. I would eat this woman alive, bruh. This is silliness, man. And they all think so highly of this chick. Now, sisters, this is not my words. That's that dumb chick representing y'all. I think women have a lot of value, for real. Because I think men have a lot of value. I don't see what she see. This is her words. This is not mine. So don't be mad at me. This is this woman representing y'all. I'm showing you how what she say wouldn't hold up with a man like me. Let me continue.
See, you got a bunch of books on pimping, right? Pimpin' Ken, you got Iceberg Slim. They know the nature of a woman because they've been studying women. Women don't know the nature of a man.
Now see, once again, now she said, she talking about all these books on pimping because they know the nature of a woman. If they know the nature of a woman, this is one man surrounded by a whole bunch of women, then what that tell you about the nature of a woman? If this is one man, they got women out there selling themselves and sucking and getting stuck all over the place to bring him back some money, then what that tell you about the nature of a woman? It's not that women don't know our nature. They are not concerned with our nature. Her nature is to be our helper. Her nature is to be our pleasure source. Her nature is to be our happiness. This is why I tell brother, when y'all approach like intimacy, be careful of you taking control too much. Let the woman take control. Let the woman please you. Stop trying to be the pleasure source, because you are stopping her from being what she is. You're stopping her from fulfilling herself. Let her be the pleasure. Let her take the lead in intimacy. You're not supposed to be all over her, goo, goo, gaga. That's what they do to us. And part of the problem is you get these women get all confused. They start wanting men to react to them like they react to men. We both can't be that way, dummy. I'm sorry, sisters, that came out. But we both can't be that way. You know, we both can't act the exact same way. If you're the one that's touchy-feely and kissy and huggy, don't expect me to be that way. Let me continue, because I got more.
Y'all have a chemical called testosterone in your brain that once it rises, it cuts off the orbital frontal cortex's job, which renders y'all impulsive. You're not able to control your anger and your behavior.
That's not true. First of all, both men and women have testosterone and estrogen. They just have them in different levels. I told y'all we are the same up until a certain point. You know what I'm saying? And that certain point is what determines the different levels of testosterone and estrogen. But both of us have it in us. She talking about roid rage. She talking about men that's doing some stuff that messed them up. You know, the average man has no roid rage, you know what I'm saying? And men can't afford to be impulsive around other real men because you ain't gonna live long. You will control yourself or somebody gonna control you. So that's a lie. But you know who are impulsive? women. You know why they're impulsive? Because they don't have the same degree of consequence that we have. They are the way they are because we are not going to beat them the way we're going to beat each other. We are not going to come out with them jammies on her like we're going to come out on each other. We're going to tolerate her mood swings and fits. We don't tolerate that from men. They got the dude, I can't think of his name, Brian something. He got a lecture out called The 11th Element, I think it is. If I'm wrong, forgive me. Real good lecture. And in that, he explains how men behave around men differently because we don't put up with the kinds of things that women can get away with each other or with us. A man can't vex my nerves. Look, if you think I'm hard on women, imagine how I am on a man. See, a woman might can have some habits and quirks that get on my nerves that I would ignore. I'm not ignoring shit from a man. Nah. If you got funny ass ways that this clash with me, you gotta go, bro. We gotta stay away from each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Period. End of. Because our fundamental relationship is gonna be different anyway. You and I, as man on man, we not gonna have the same relationship anyway that I'm gonna have with a female. So I gotta deal with the female differently. And as she said, I gotta take into account her nature. She is the one that's impulsive when she's on her cycle. She's the one that's moody. She's the one that's moody when she gets pregnant. Men are not moody. So I don't know what this old butch chick talking about. She's just all wrong, man. All wrong. But let me continue.
Men are not capable of love. No, men are incapable of love.
On that clip you hear say men are not capable of love, they're incapable of love. That's not true. We just don't love the same. The way a man expresses love is by action. See, again, I don't do goo-goo gaga things. And I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all don't know. I've never bought none of my girls birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, Valentine's gifts. I don't do that. Christmas gifts. I don't do that. Never bought them a single one. Never gave them a damn card. But I never did that for my children either. I did birthdays for my children, but everything else, any other celebration, Christmas, any kind of holiday, no. I didn't celebrate none of that stuff with the kids. They got a birthday gift and that was it. But with my wives, birthdays wasn't even celebrated. Now, the reason being is because the way I express how I really feel about you is by the way I deal with you, by the way I talk to, behave towards, and deal with you. Any man could buy you flowers. Any man could give you fancy words and compliments. But only a man that care about you will come to your aid when you really need it and put his life on the line. Step in front of a bullet. Put himself in harm's way. These are expressions of love. Words are not expressions of love. Gifts are not expressions of love. So when this chick said that a man is incapable of love, she just don't understand men. Men love differently. And both men and women really, truly show their love by the things they do. Women just are a bit different. They're more touchy-feeling. They're more emotional. They deal with things different. So women express their love by doing things differently, like remembering a birthday. That's important to a woman, to remember your birthday. I got girlfriends, exes rather, that still call me up to this day. We haven't been intimate, man, almost 20 years, and they still call me on my birthday. Happy birthday. Get a text if I don't get a phone call. That's because these things are important to women. But I never remember their birthdays, and they don't get mad at me because I never really done birthdays, and they know that about me. So how men express their love, but when these women needed me, though, I was there. Like the song said, just say my name, and I'll be there. When they needed me, I was there. That's how you express love. So men have a lot of love in them. They just express it differently. Let me continue. They says again, that's a female wanting a man to act like a woman.
I need this woman to be what I need her to be for me. And when a man's needs change, guess what? His woman changed too.
Once again, she's reversing the facts. The truth of the matter is that's how women choose men. Because you got to remember, women choose. Men don't choose. What the men do is he picked through the options of the women that chose him, and he tried to find the best one or more for him. But these women have already chose him. He's already met their criteria to whatever degree you can meet it. He's already passed their test. The real choice is made by the woman. She is looking for a man to be what she needs that man to be for her. And when her needs change, her man will change. This is why I tell y'all, don't do transactional marriages or relationships. This is why I tell y'all, don't do social economic relationships. Because if you base a relationship on social economic, and that's what that woman need from you and want from you is social economics, when she no longer has that need, you will no longer be her man. And that's what the chick just said, except she reversed it. See, this chick is playing a dangerous game, bruh. She's reversing the nature of everything, but that's what you expect from a butch. She's reading everything backwards. She's inverting everything. But that's what you expect from a butch. She's twisting everything. She's turning it topsy-turvy. And you know what? I might not even have to do any more videos. I might just chop this one up into several videos because I've already showed y'all the flaws in this chick. She's reversing everything. Truth of the matter is that women choose. So you have to meet her criteria. You have to be what she is looking for, not the other way around. The only thing difference is you're not required to change yourself for her. But when she finds a man that's what she's looking for, she will try to tailor herself to fit him better. That's what she will do. Because that's her nature. And when a woman likes you, you don't have to worry about her needs changing, because whatever she needed from you, if she like you, then she's always getting from you what she needs. You. But if she's with you for money, if she's with you for status, if she's with you for fame or social economics because you look good on paper, then when she no longer need those things, you won't be the man no more. And then you're going to be sitting back crying about, she told me I was a good man when got her a pookie. No, bruh. You didn't find a woman that actually liked you for you. And that's the secret to all this stuff. Let a woman choose you and stop trying to sell yourself based on anything else. Sell yourself based on you, on your characteristics, on your innate qualities. If a woman can't see the value in that, let her walk, bruh. You should meet a chick tomorrow and tell her you ain't got no job. Now what? I'm unemployed. But shit, I'm not asking you to pay for nothing. I'm not asking you to pay my bills or nothing. So me being unemployed is not your problem. You want to kick it or not? You want to go out, hang out or not? Because if you weren't about my money situation and I'm not asking you to pay anything, then there's something wrong off top right there. Let me continue.
So what are men good for in your work?
Y'all really want me to answer that?
No, I really want your answer because, we're going through this and I'm like...
I don't want to bruise y'all ego, but the male was created to be a slave.
But yet, her Bible that she quotes said that woman was created to be the helpmeet. But this chick all over the board, man. This chick all over the board. If we got the physical strength, but we created to be a slave, what was the woman created to be? If we got the one point of value that women don't even have, then what was the woman created to be? Because truth of the matter is the only thing that if we wanted to enslave women, we can. There are plenty of countries around the world where they just dog women out and women can't do nothing about it because they don't have the physical strength to do anything. It takes men to change that. It's going to take men to change it. It's going to take men to stand up for the women because the women can't do anything to change it. So the only slave here is the female, if there is one. But the truth of the matter is, neither of us was created to be slaves. That's just crazy. And you can see she really didn't have an answer. She just thought about the most provocative thing she can say, and she said it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe the chick maybe she just grifting. Let's just hope that what she's doing is just grifting. She's not serious about any of this stuff. She's just trying to make some money, you know what I'm saying? And you know, let's just hope that's what it is, bro, because all that other stuff she's saying is just nonsense, man, you know? Anyway, I didn't already showed you all the flaws in this here. I'm going to break this video down. I'm going to leave it whole, and I'm going to break it down into parts. So throughout this week coming, you're going to get these videos, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the bell icon to receive notification when I drop more videos. You don't hit the bell icon, you won't be notified. You want to support the channel, Cash App, $ The Black Alpha, Venmo at The Black Alpha. You got PayPal at realblackalpha@gmail.com. You want to contact me behind the scenes, you can hit me at that email again at realblackalpha@gmail, or the better way to contact me would be Telegram, black_alpha. Telegram is completely anonymous. I don't get your number, you don't get my number. It's completely anonymous, but it comes straight to my phone, so I will hear that alert. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. I'm Brother Kush, aka The Black Alpha, and this is the direction I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do more of these videos, you know what I'm saying? So I hope I make this entertaining in the editor, and when I edit it, I hope it's entertaining for you, you know, and I hope you get something out of it. I'm Brother Kush, aka The Black Alpha. Salam.